MCQ with more than one answer correct. So question number 1, CO2 is linear, HgCl2 is also linear, SnCl2 is V-band, NO2 is also V-band, C2H2 is linear. Because hybridization in CO2, HgCl2 and C2H2 is sp, while in SnCl2 and NO2 it is sp2, and both have one lone pair. Question number 2. Now, as discussed already, SnCl2 is V-band. In NCO negative, carbon is central atom and it is linear. CS2 is linear. SO2 is V-band. NO2 positive is also linear. Hybridization here is sp, here also sp, here also sp. In SnCl2 it is sp2, in SO2 it is sp2. So these are sp2 hybridized with one lone pair, that's why V-band. Bond order in Cn negative is 3. Bond order in O2 negative is 1.5. Bond order in NO positive is 3. Bond order in Cn positive is 2. Question number 4. Now dipole moment, net dipole moment of this is 0 and of this is also 0, because both are symmetric. Here dipole moment will cancelled out, but in this case dipole moment of CH bond cancelled out, but dipole moment of CCS3 and CC2H5 will not get cancelled out. So obviously its net dipole moment is non-zero. Similarly here dipole moment will not get cancelled out, so its net dipole moment is non-zero. So these two compound will have non-zero dipole moment. Question number 5. Number of electrons in CS3 positive is 6 plus 3 minus 1, that is 8. In S3 positive is 3 plus 8 minus 1, that is 10. In NS3 7 plus 3, that is 10. In CS3 negative 6 plus 3 plus 1, that is also 10. So these three are isoelectronic. Question number 6. Boron has 3 valence electron. All these 3 valence electron will form 3 sigma bond and we have 0 lone pair. So number of hybrid orbital will be 3. That's why hybridization, this is 3 hybrid orbital. So hybridization will be sp2, and in this case geometry and shape will be trigonal planar. So this is trigonal planar. Question number 7. Here H2S2O8 and H2SO5, only these two have OO bond, or we can say peroxide bond. H2S2O7 and H2S2O6 do not have OO bond. Question number 8. According to MOT, Cn negative is sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, then pi 2px2, pi 2py2, and sigma 2pz2. So here all electrons are paired, that's why it is diamagnetic. In NO it is sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, sigma 2pz2, pi 2px2, pi 2py2, and then pi star 2px1, pi star 2py0. So here we have one unpaired electron, that's why it is paramagnetic. In O2 2 negative, the configuration is sigma 1s2, sigma star 1s2, sigma 2s2, sigma star 2s2, then sigma 2pz2, pi 2px2, pi 2py2, and pi star 2px2, pi star 2py2. So that's why it is also diamagnetic, because of all paired electron. But if we talk about O2, then at the place of pi star 2px2 and pi star 2py2, we have only one electron, that will be pi star 2px1 and pi star 2py1. That's why it is para. So here Cn negative and O2 2 negative are diamagnetic, while NO and O2 are paramagnetic. Question number 9 is already discussed in question number 1. So it is similar to question 1, where structure of CO2 was linear, structure of HgCl2 was also linear, structure of SnCl2 is V-band, while structure of NO2 is also V-band, and structure of C2H2 is linear. So CO2 is isostructural with HgCl2, C2H2, but it is not isostructural with NO2 and SnCl2. Question number 10. Ionic bonds are also called non-directional bond. So ionic compounds have ionic bond or non-directional bonds. Now ionic compounds also have high melting point, and melting point is high, while solubility in polar solvent is high, while in non-polar solvent is low. So ionic compounds are soluble in polar solvent, but insoluble or less soluble in non-polar solvent. Question number 11. Bond strength of sigma bond is greater than pi bond. NH4 positive only has one coordinate bond, and this coordinate bond is formed when lone pair of nitrogen is shared with H positive. So it only has one coordinate bond. HF is more polar than HCl. So this is order of polar character. So HF is more polar than HCl. Covalent bonds are directional bonds. Question number 12. As molar mass increases, boiling point increases, and because of hydrogen bonding, boiling point also increases. That's why boiling point of NH3, H2O and HF is high. Question number 13. Hybridization of HgCl2 is sp and of CS2 is also sp. So both are linear because of zero lone pair and their hybridization. ICl2 is sp3 hybridized, but it has 3 lone pair, and all these 3 lone pair will be at equatorial position in trigonal bipyramidal. That's why it is also linear. But SnCl2 is sp2 hybridized with 1 lone pair. That's why it is V-band. Question number 14. Here NO2 and PCl2F3 are polar because here dipole moment of this bond and this bond is different compared to this bond. So dipole moment will not get cancelled out. That's why mu net is non-zero, or we can say it is polar. Similarly here this PF bond and this PF bond both have same dipole moment. That's why their dipole moment gets cancelled out. But these 3 bond are in equatorial position. So dipole moment of PCl bond will be same, but dipole moment of PF bond will be different, and these equatorial bonds dipole moment will not get cancelled out. But if you talk about B2H6 and B3N3H6, their dipole moment get cancelled out. That's why these are non-polar. Question number 15. Number of bonds between carbon-carbon can be single, can be double, and can be triple. So maximum number of sigma bond between 2 element can be 1, but number of pi bond can be more. So number of sigma bond between 2 elements will be 1, the remaining will be pi bond. So here we have 0 pi bond, here we have 1 pi bond, and here we have 2 pi bond. If you talk about CH bond, then maximum number of bond between CH will be 1, and that one bond should be sigma, not pi. And bond between oxygen and hydrogen will be single bond, and this bond is covalent bond, not hydrogen bond. So number of bond between O and H is 1, between C and H also 1. Question number 16. Here dipole moment of CH4 is 0 because dipole moment of all CH bond get cancelled out, so it is non-polar. Similarly C2F2 is linear. Here dipole moment of this CF bond and this CF bond get cancelled out. That's why here also net dipole moment is 0, and it is also non-polar. Similarly dipole moment of this CF bond and this CF bond get cancelled out. Similarly dipole moment of this CF bond and this CF bond get cancelled out. So here also net dipole moment is 0, and it is also non-polar. But in OF2 dipole moment of lone pair and OF bond will be different, and these dipole moments do not get cancelled out. That's why mu net of this is non-zero and it is polar. Question number 17. H2O, C2H5OH and CS3OH. These 3 molecules have OH bond, and because of OH bond hydrogen is attached with oxygen, so obviously this hydrogen can form hydrogen bond with O of other molecule. Here H2O molecule, here C2H5OH molecule, here CS3COH molecule. While in the case of HF, hydrogen is attached with fluorine, so obviously this hydrogen can form hydrogen bond with fluorine of another HF. So in all 4 molecules intermolecular hydrogen bonding is possible. Question number 18. Iodine has 7 valence electron, but because of I positive it will have 6 valence electron. So out of these 2 will form sigma bond, and remaining 4 electron will give 2 lone pair. So it is 4 hybrid orbital, that is sp3 hybridized. SF4 sulfur has 6 valence electron. Out of this 4 will form sigma bond, and we will have one lone pair. So hybrid orbital is 5, that is sp3d. pf5 will have 5 sigma bond and 0 lone pair, so 5 hybrid orbital, and it is also sp3d. In if5, iodine has 7 valence electron, out of which 5 will form 5 sigma bond, so we have 5 sigma bond, and 2 electron will give 1 lone pair. So number of hybrid orbital is 6, and it is sp3d2 hybridized. Question number 19. So in SF6, sulfur has 6 valence electron. Because of 6 extra electrons, it will have 12 electron in valence shell. So obviously the electronic configuration of sulfur will not be equal to argon, because argon has 8 valence electrons. So here octet is expanded. Now SF6 is octahedral in shape. So in octahedral structure, all CF bond will be identical. So we have 6 CF bond, and all CF bond will be identical to each other. And structure is octahedral, or we can say square bipyramidal. Now here oxidation number of sulfur is +6, and that is obviously equal to number of electrons participating in bonding. 6 electrons of sulfur are participating in bonding. Question number 20. O2 is paramagnetic because of unpaired electron in pi star p orbital. O3 is diamagnetic. B2 is paramagnetic because of pi unpaired electrons. C2 is diamagnetic. Here all electrons are paired. Now if we compare bond order of NO and NO positive, then bond order of NO will be 6 minus 1 by 2, that is 2.5, and bond order of NO positive is 6 minus 0 by 2, that is 3. So bond order will increase when we remove electron from NO. Now bond order of CO is 8 minus 2 by 2, that is 3, but in the case of CO positive, bond order is 8 minus 1 by 2, that is 3.5. So when we remove electron from NO to NO positive, bond order increases, and similarly when we remove electron from CO to CO positive, bond order increases. So bond length in both cases decreases. If you compare bond length, then bond length of NO is greater than NO positive, and bond length of CO is greater than CO positive. Here in CO positive, this one electron is removed from sigma star 2s. Here energy of sigma star 2s is higher than pi 2px and pi 2py. Question number 21. H2CO3 is this, and CO3 2 negative is this. Now in CO3 2 negative, resonance can take place. Because of that, all CO bond length will be equal, while in H2CO3 there is no resonance, so all CO bond length will be like different. We can say these two CO bond length will be same, while this CO bond length will be different. Now H2CO2 is this, and HCO2 negative is this. So here also resonance takes place, but here no resonance. So because of resonance, these both CO bond length will be identical, but here both CO bond length will be different. Now bond order of CO bond length here is 4/3 or 1.33 because of resonance, while bond order here is 3/2, that is 1.5. So obviously if we compare bond length of CO, then bond length of CO will be greater in this case because of smaller bond order. So CO3 2 negative will have greater bond length compared to HCO2 negative. That is option C and D are incorrect. Now question number 22. In H2CSF4, the hybridization will be sp3d. Why? Because sulfur has 6 valence electron, out of which 4 will form sigma bond with fluorine and 2 electron will form pi bond with carbon. So we will have 5 sigma bond and 0 lone pair, that is sp3d. So this sulfur is central atom. These 2 fluorine will be at axial position and these 2 fluorine will be at equatorial position. Now this sulfur form pi bond with carbon. So these 2 hydrogen will be in the plane of these SF bond, or we can say these 2 hydrogen or these 2 CH bond will be in the plane of this SF axial bond. Now if we count maximum number of atoms in same plane, then it will be 1 2 3 4 5 6. So maximum number of atoms in a plane will be 6. That is option A and C are correct. Now question number 23. So only B2H6 and Al2Cl6 are bridge bond structures in given options. So only in these 2 molecules vacant orbital takes part in hybridization. So in Al2Cl6 there will be coordinate bond between Cl and Al, but in B2H6 there is no coordinate bond. So here boron will have one vacant orbital for in its hybridization. Similarly in Al again vacant orbital takes part in hybridization. Question number 24. N2O is neutral oxide and it will have a structure like this. So here this nitrogen will be sp hybridized, that's why it is linear, but this N2O takes part in resonance. So we can write this structure like this also. Or or like this. Now question number 25. Here reactivity of SiH4 is greater than CH4. So all options A, B, C and D are correct, because size of Si is greater than carbon, and because of that easily nucleophile can attack. Similarly, polarity, now in CH4, CH bond is almost non-polar, but SiH4, in SiH4 SiH bond will be polar. So polarity is another factor. And if you compare bond energy, so bond energy of SiH bond will be lesser than CH bond, because here bond length will be shorter, here bond length will be longer, so we can break this bond easily. And simultaneously Si has vacant 3d orbital, so vacant 3d orbital can accommodate electrons. So all options A, B, C, D are correct. Question number 26. Sulfur has 6 valence electron, out of which here 4 will form sigma bond and there will be one lone pair in both cases. So hybridization will be sp3d in both case, and geometry will be trigonal bipyramidal. Now in trigonal bipyramidal, the more electronegative element will be at axial position. So in this case, more electronegative element is oxygen, so that will be at axial position, and less electronegative will be at equatorial position. So structure of SCl2OCH3 whole twice will be like this. While in this case, more electronegative element is fluorine, so that will be at axial position. So it will have a structure like this. So in this, oxygen will be at axial position and Cl will be at equatorial position, while in this, fluorine will be at axial position and oxygen will be at equatorial position. Question number 27. Now its dimeric is Al2CH3 whole 6. It has bridge bond structure like this. And this bond is 3 center 2 electron bond. So here bridge bond is 3 center 2 electron bond, but in Al2Cl6 we have coordinate bond. So this is covalent bond, this is also covalent bond. Now this bond is coordinate and this bond is also coordinate. So here this bond is 3 center 4 electron bond. Here bridge bond is 3 center 4 electron bond. Now in B2H6, this bond is again banana bond or 3 center 2 electron bond. So first one, Al2CH3 whole 6 and B2H6 have 3 center 2 electron bond, while Al2Cl6 has 3 center 4 electron bond. Now bond acidic strength of BCl3 is greater than AlCl3, because both have vacant orbital, so they can accept electron or they can act as Lewis acid, but bond formed between base and BCl3 will be stronger compared to bond formed between base and AlCl3. Why? Because in this 2p orbital participate and in this 3p orbital participate. So obviously this can accept electrons easily. So this is stronger acid compared to AlCl3.